Are there any Australian cattle dog specific health tests? Australian cattle dogs, also known as blue heelers or Queensland heelers, are medium-sized, hardworking, and energetic dogs that are well suited for herding cattle. They are a popular breed in Australia and are also gaining popularity in other parts of the world. Like any other breed, Australian cattle dogs are prone to certain health conditions. But are there any specific health tests available for this breed? To understand this better, let's first take a look at some of the common health issues that Australian cattle dogs may face. While they are generally a healthy breed, there are a few conditions that are more prevalent in this particular breed. These health concerns include hip dysplasia, progressive retinal atrophy, deafness, and hyperuricazuria. Hip dysplasia is a genetic condition that affects the hip joints of dogs. It can lead to pain, lameness, and arthritis. Progressive retinal atrophy, PRA, is an inherited eye disorder that causes the degeneration of the retina, leading to vision loss and blindness. Deafness is another condition that is present in some Australian cattle dogs, and it can be unilateral or bilateral. Lastly, hyperuricazuria is a condition that leads to the formation of urinary stones and can cause discomfort and pain. Now, let's explore the availability of specific health tests for Australian cattle dogs. When it comes to hip dysplasia, the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals, OFA, offers a screening test called the Canine Hip Dysplasia Evaluation. This test involves X-rays of the dog's hip joints, and the results are evaluated by a panel of experts. The Australian Veterinary Association, AVA, also provides hip dysplasia screening programs for Australian cattle dogs. These tests help breeders to identify dogs with healthy hips and make informed breeding decisions. In terms of progressive retinal atrophy, the Canine Eye Registration Foundation, CERF, used to offer eye exams for Australian cattle dogs to identify any signs of PRA. However, CERF is now discontinued, and the American College of Veterinary Ophthalmologists, ACVO, has taken over the responsibility. They provide eye exams through the ACVO Eye Clinic Registry and can help identify PRA or any other eye conditions. Deafness in Australian cattle dogs can be detected through a hearing test called the Brainstem Auditory Evoked Response, BAER, test. This test measures the electrical activity in the dog's brain in response to different sound stimuli. It can determine if the dog is deaf or has hearing impairment in one or both ears. BAER testing is typically performed by veterinary neurologists or specialized clinics. Hyperuricazuria, the condition that leads to urinary stone formation, can be detected through a DNA test. The Veterinary Genetics Laboratory at the University of California, Davis offers a genetic test for hyperuricazuria in Australian cattle dogs. This test helps breeders identify carriers of the gene and avoid breeding dogs that may pass on the condition to their offspring. It is important to note that while these health tests can provide valuable information, they do not guarantee that a dog will never develop any of these conditions. However, by conducting these tests, breeders can make more informed breeding decisions and work towards reducing the prevalence of these health issues in future generations. In conclusion, there are specific health tests available for Australian cattle dogs. These tests include hip dysplasia evaluations, eye exams for progressive retinal atrophy, hearing tests for deafness, and DNA tests for hyperuricazuria. By utilizing these tests, breeders can improve the overall health of Australian cattle dogs and ensure that future generations are less prone to these inherited conditions.